Day 4 on this car, Jeremy. I've been waiting for a while for you to do this.
I've been waiting for somebody to film this for a while because I've been doing it for decades. You'll see.
Can't wait, can't wait.
So check it out. Check it out. We're gonna, just for the sake of doing this to show people how it's done, we're gonna hot rod this car with some sick flames, and then I'm gonna show you a very cool trimming method for when you have to go to mask this. So we're gonna start with a flame pattern. Is that somebody really chasing a cow down the road?
Yeah.
Only in Texas. Okay, let's start this again. Okay. All right, now we're getting there. And I can start this tail anywhere I want to on here. Yeah, maybe if I just shut up and work, it would just go a lot smoother. Imagine you were making the circle that matches your other ones out here, so that when it comes back in, it still catches the eye and it looks the way that it should. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So check this out. So now this is all confusing. It's like, okay, so what are you gonna do with that? Like, where it's all crossing each other. So come here, check this out. So if we were to take a razor blade, right? And if you look at a razor blade, I'll do it right on the back of this can, okay? If you look at it, that's a 90-degree edge on there, right? So you can imagine when I'm cutting the tape, what that's gonna do to the paint underneath it. It's gonna cut little nicks in it, right? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take the razor blade over onto a piece of steel. Okay, you're gonna put the very tip of that edge on there, right? I'm coming real close and listen. You're gonna push down at just a little bit of an angle, and you're gonna hear a snap. Hear that? Okay, now look. See the difference? Edge of the razor blade is a radius. It snaps that edge off and makes a perfect curve, so that when you cut it, now you're not digging an edge. So like right here would be a cut. You have a flame, it's gonna go through, right? Now we have to determine here, it's laying over top. So we'll need to cut that one out. And that way the paint just keeps flowing right over top of it. But here, I want it duck under. So what I'm gonna do here is we'll score it right across the very top. Now it passes underneath. You notice if you look at the tape or tipped razor blade, didn't even cut down to the second layer. We just went right across the top and it cuts it. So now, after you've laid all this out, 1/4" tape, where you get started is by pulling your tape really hard and start following it. The harder you pull your tape without breaking it, the more pliable it is, and you can follow curves and things like that. And then when you've been doing this long enough, you just build this technique to pop tape and get it to pull. So again, put a lot of tension on your tape and lay it down. You know, start to split it to make your curve, to get as much out of it as you can. You know, it's not going to completely pull around, but it's going to make some pretty good curves. So the best way I found to hold your tape, you know, when you're ready to pop it, is pinch it, and when it does, it'll just stick to your other finger. You know, pull it through, get that tension on it so it starts to make your curve, and then pop it, and it's just stuck to your finger. That way you're not, you know, like a chipmunk trying to peel away at something. So you get all this finished up, and now you're ready for your big masking, because you're not quite done yet. So what you're trying to do, at least myself, because I'm always trying to conserve materials as much as possible. The stuff's expensive, right? So I'm gonna try and get as straight of a line and cover up as much of that area as I need to, as possible. And come right back through with your razor blade. I like to use 2 different colors of tape so I can see one through the other. Push it down and you can see the outline. By the way, the cutting it out portion like that, it's a heck of a lot more tedious than what it looks. So, simple as that. That's how you, well, it's not simple. I've been doing it for 30 years, so for me it's really simple to do flames and stuff like that. But that's it. That's all you gotta do. And there's your flame pattern.
It sucks seeing that come off of there, by the way, just so you know.
Flames don't belong on Corvette.
Okay.
The one Corvette Summer, buddy. That's the only Corvette that should have flames on it. Is the Corvette Summer car. Other than that, flames do not belong on Corvettes. But you have to admit, the blue and red is good looking.